Hi everyone. In the previous video, we have discussed collision number, its mathematical expression, effect of pressure and temperature on collision number. Now in this class, we are going to continue with collision frequency and mean free path for a gas containing same type of molecules. Collision frequency is defined as the total number of collisions made by all molecules present in unit volume per unit time. Let us consider the number of molecules per unit volume as n star. If n star is number of molecules per unit volume, we have an expression for collision number as root 2 pi sigma square u bar of n star, which is equal to number of collisions made by one molecule. If number of collisions made by one molecule per unit time is Z1, then number of molecules made by n star, number of collisions made by n star molecules will be, if each molecule makes Z1 collisions, the total number of collisions made by n star molecules is expected to be collision frequency, and it is expected to be Z1 into n star, but it is not exactly Z1 into n star, it is Z1 into n star by 2. How? If number of collisions made by one molecule is Z1, then total number of collisions made by all the molecule n star molecules is Z1 into n star by 2, because each collision is common for two molecules. If each molecule involves in collision without any other, then your expression Z1 into n star may be correct. But if n star molecules are involved in collisions and each collision is common for two molecules, this 2 comes in the denominator. So total number of collisions made by all molecules, n star molecules, in unit volume per unit time is Z1 into n star by 2. So that is how we get 2 in the denominator. Once again I am repeating, the 2 in the denominator indicates that each collision is common for two molecules. Okay, then the expression for Z11 becomes root 2 pi sigma square u bar n star of n star whole square by 2. Therefore 1 by root 2. Root 2 by 2 becomes 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 pi sigma square u bar n star whole square. So this is formula for collision frequency of a gas containing same type of molecules. Now let us discuss the effect of pressure and temperature on collision frequency. It is similar to the previous session. U bar, an average velocity, is equal to 8 kT by pi m, which is directly proportional to root t, and from the previous expression which we have derived, n star is proportional to p by t, or n star is equal to p by kT from ideal gas equation, and it is proportional to p by t. Therefore collision frequency, which is proportional to u bar and n star whole square, it is proportional to root t of p by t whole square, root t of p by t whole square, and Z11 is proportional to p square by t power 1 by 2 by t square, that becomes t power 3 by 2. So this is how pressure and temperature can affect collision frequency. Now consider the individual effect when the others are constant. At constant pressure, collision frequency is proportional to 1 by t power 3 by 2, and at constant temperature, collision frequency is proportional to p square. But at constant volume, from Gill-Sachs law, P is directly proportional to temperature. P is proportional to T. Therefore, Z11 is proportional to P square by P power 3 by 2, which is proportionality to P power 1 by 2, that is root P. Similarly, it will be obtained that Z11 is proportional to root T also. Since at constant volume P is directly proportional to temperature, root P is proportional to root T. So this is the dependence of collision frequency on pressure and temperature. Now let us continue with mean free path. What is mean free path and its dependence on pressure and temperature? Mean free path is indicated with a symbol of lambda, and mean free path is defined as the average distance traveled by a gas molecule in between two successive collisions. Now, if u bar is average velocity of a gas molecule, then distance traveled by each molecule per unit time is distance traveled by each molecule per unit time is equal to u bar meters, if it is in meters per second. Number of collisions made by a molecule per unit time is nothing but collision number, which is equal to Z1. So both are made per unit time. Each molecule travels a distance of u bar and makes Z1 collisions per unit time. Z1 collisions, the distance traveled is u bar per collision. Each collision distance traveled will be, the distance traveled for each collision will be u bar by Z1. This itself is equal to mean free path. The distance traveled by, average distance traveled by each molecule between two successive collisions is called mean free path, u bar by Z1. Now, on substituting the value of Z1 here, we get root 2 pi sigma square u bar n star, and this u bar and u bar are cancelled to finally get 1 by root 2 pi sigma square of n star. So that is an expression for mean free path. Now once again we can discuss the effect of pressure and temperature on it. Since lambda is proportional to 1 by n star and n star is proportional to p by t, we get the relation between lambda and p by t as t by p. Lambda is proportional to t by p. So with this expression we can again discuss the relation at constant pressure, lambda is directly proportional to temperature. At constant temperature, lambda is inversely proportional to pressure. Now see, if at constant volume, P is proportional to T, that implies T by P becomes constant. Therefore, lambda is also constant. Since lambda is proportional to T by P, but at constant volume T is proportional to P, or T by P is constant. So, main free path will also be constant at constant volume. So, these are the expressions for collision number, collision frequency and main free path. Thank you.